Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to learn about the distributive property. Super easy. If you can multiply and combine like terms, then you're going to be fine. I want you to study number 1 for a second. What do you see? I see a 3, a positive 3. I see a square, but for me this is like a variable, a placeholder. Grouping symbols, parentheses. And everything that's inside is going to be what? Multiplied by 2. Whenever you have a number side by side with parentheses, the operation is multiplication. Now, what's inside the parentheses? A square plus 3. This is, I want 2 of everything that's inside. What does that mean? A box plus 3, a box plus 3. Question for all of you. How many boxes are there? 2 of them. What's 3 plus 3? 6. The answer to problem number 1 is this expression. Now, repeat after me. Binomial. You're probably wondering what in the heck that is. Binomial means two parts. In my answer, I have this part and this part. I have 2 pieces, 2 terms. This expression is called a binomial. Now you're saying, but Mr. Fuentes, there are 3 things there. Well, these 2 are grouped together. 6 is by itself, separated by addition. I see 2 different terms. My answer is 2 of the squares plus 6. Let's try another one. 3 times the quantity triangles minus 2. So what does that say? Everything that's inside is going to be affected or multiplied 3 times. How many triangles? 3 times. How many negative 2's? 3 times. So what does that look like? Triangle minus 3. I'm sorry, forgive me. Triangle minus 2. Triangle minus 2. Triangle minus 2. The minus 2, I wrote it down. How many times? 3. So let's combine them. If I combine, I'm going to group them straight down. How many triangles? 1, 2, 3. 3 triangles. Now for me, I have a negative 2, a negative 2, a negative 2, 3 times. Remember from class, boys are negative. There are 2 boys, 2 more boys, another set of boys. So how many are there? 2, 4, 6 boys, negative 6. Do you see a pattern? Let's try a third one. 4 times 2w plus 3. Now, can we do a shortcut? Do we need to draw everything inside 4 times? Like we did in problem number 1, problem 2? I want you to notice something. Let's go back to number 1. If I multiply 2 boxes or 2 squares, 2 of these gives me, if I multiply 2 times 3, 2 of these gives me 6. Let's look at number 2. A triangle 3 times, there it is. A negative 2 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. A positive times a negative is a negative. Can we apply the same shortcut to number 3? Everything that's inside, I'm going to multiply 4 times. 4 times 2. And 4 times 3. Can I multiply 4 times 2? Correct. And you're ahead of me. You know that 4 times 3 is 12. Now, sometimes students believe that they can combine these and add these. 8W plus 12W, sometimes they say it's 20W. Well, no, but you have to be careful. What do you notice here? Do we have a variable? Yeah, a letter. Do we have a variable over here? Nope. They're different. If they are not the same, if they don't have variables, like variables, you leave them alone. AW plus 12 is the final answer. I have one term here, 2 terms. My answer is called a binomial. Okay. Number 4. Five times 2 times r plus 3p minus 1. You can have one thing in the parentheses, 2, 3, or a bazillion. It doesn't matter. But the distributive property, you're going to apply the same. Everything that's inside, how many times? 5. 5 times 2? 10. But 10 what? 10r. 5 times 3. But what kind of 3? 5 times 3 is 15. Positive 15 what? Are the letters the same or different? If they are different, you leave them alone. Last. What kind of 1 do you see? Negative 1. How many times? A boy 5 times gives me a negative 5. In our answer, how many parts, how many terms? 1 part, 2 parts, 3rd part. 3, an answer with 3 parts is called a trinomial. Say trinomial. Very cool. Are you ready? I want you to try one on your own. You can pause the video, and then once you have an answer, restart, and I will work it out. Okay? Give you a second. Pause. No, got to give you the problem first, right? Okay. Ready? Go for it. Welcome back. Now if you're saying, Mr. Fuentes, it's different. Well, not too much, but you can still do it. Okay, ready? Everything inside, how many times? 3. 3 times 4, 12p. 3 times 2, 6. But what kind of 6? Positive 6. 3 times 2 again, 6. But 6 what? Positive 6p. A positive 3 times a positive 2 is a positive 6. Are we done? And if you're saying, yes, Mr. Fuentes, look at the letters. Do we have anything that looks the same, that's alike? Like having 12 boxes, 6 more boxes. Or 12 potatoes, 6 more potatoes. 12 potatoes and 6 more potatoes gives you 18 potatoes. These are like terms. You can add them, you can combine them. What about the 6? 6 is just a number all by itself. It's a constant. This has a variable, this does not. We leave it alone, we're done. The answer to number 5 is 18p plus 6. How did you do? Really isn't that bad, is it? Okay. Thanks for listening, you guys. Bye-bye.